Good morning, I hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens, I'm in Seattle, Washington. This is a beautiful city, and today we're gonna go on a Seattle food tour. I'm gonna take you with me to some of the restaurants in Seattle that I think look the best. We're gonna eat some incredibly delicious food on this Seattle food tour, and I'm gonna share all the food with you in this video right now. So to begin this Seattle food tour, I am in downtown Seattle. I think this area is called Pioneer Square. And I'm going to a restaurant that gets very, very high remarks. People rave about the pasta, and they only serve a few daily pastas with a ever-changing menu. And so I've just arrived. I'm a little bit early, but I wanted to be here early before the line starts. This is the spot, Il Corvo pasta, and I successfully have made it first in line today. It's 10:15 a.m. so there's a 45-minute wait, but that's okay because I have a lot of other food research to do, which I can do here while standing in line. It's about 10:40 right now, about 20 minutes left until they open, but it's a good thing I got here early. Look at the line situation now. It goes almost all the way back to the corner. There must be maybe about 50 people in line, but they have, I think it's only about 10 tables inside. It's not a big place. So. Thank you. Cool, thank you.
Hi.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What are you gonna have today? All right, so it's $39.73, please.
You order up at the front, and then they direct you to a table, and then you gotta pick up your silverware here. I mean, they have only daily pastas, and the pasta rotation, it changes. I think every single day there's a different assortment of pastas, but it's a really incredibly hard decision. But that's a decision you don't have to make if you just order all of the pastas of the day.
Rigatoni and paccheri.
Awesome, thank you very much. All the pastas actually came really quickly, probably because I got the first order. They came so fast, I didn't even have a chance to try the salad, but I'll try to taste the salad real fast. I think this is a kale salad. You can see some nuts in there. You can see the cheese sprinkled on top. Oh, wow. Oh, that cheese on top there. Maybe those are pumpkin seeds on there. And then the really green taste of that kale. I'm gonna begin with the paccheri, and it says there's calamari in here and also a spicy tomato, and you can see that beautiful tomato sauce down there. And then I think it looks kind of like some kind of crumbs on top. Oh, there's chilies in here too. What you immediately notice is the crunch, the al dente-ness of that pasta. It's a beautiful, I mean, it's cooked perfectly. You've got the gumminess plus that slight crunch. And the slight spice is really nice. Okay, next pasta. Okay, this one is the rigatoni, which is another pasta of the day. The pasta has that same beautiful al dente crunch. The sauce is very meaty. It's kind of like liquid meat and cheese. And on the side, I also ordered some spicy chili, which I think this might be perfect on it. Oh yeah. The chili is not very spicy, but it is very fragrant. It has like a preserved, like a pickled chili taste to it. Okay, and final bowl of pasta, the third. This one is the fusilli. I don't think this is a pasta dish that I've ever had before, but it's more of a creamy, like buttery looking sauce. There's cheese on top. There are green beans in here. I'm gonna try to get, oh, there's a yellow pepper over there. I'm gonna get a little bit of everything onto my fork for this first bite. It smells really good. It's really fragrant. Wow. Oh wow, the lemony flavor. But at the same time, it's creamy and buttery. You've got the cheese on there. It's very refreshing. Now that I've tasted the trio of pastas for the day, my favorite is the, oh, I can't remember the name of it, the pacchetti. Anyways, this is the tomato-based pasta, but I'm really kind of a tomato-y based pasta kind of guy. I love that spicy tomato sauce. This one is the winner for me. I'll try one more bite combination. Oh, beautiful. And there's some garlic in that chili as well. finished with the pastas. Well, actually, I didn't completely finish, but I definitely finished my favorite one. Hello. Oh, you guys are back here. Awesome.
We waited in line just because of you.
Very cool.
You must
Very
be
cool.
first.
I was. I was at 10:15.
Oh, wow.
Really good, really good.
All right.
Enjoy, have fun.
All right,
Have
thank
fun.
you.
What do you recommend?
My favorite was the I don't remember. It's the second one. It's the spicy tomato one. I got a little bit for leftover for takeaway, but my favorite one was the second one of the option, the spicy tomato with the calamari. Man, that was delicious. And the line still continues. What's up, man? Hello, Micah.
Hello. Micah, come here. Bread roll.
From here, we are moving on. We're gonna go eat at a place that serves seafood and fish especially. Another thing about that pasta is that it was extremely affordable. My entire bill, I think it was $36 for all 3 plates and for that salad. So it's, especially, I mean, for a gourmet meal like that, gourmet pasta, that was very good value for money. The place is called the Seattle Fish Guys. It's a fresh seafood market. I know they have fish that you can buy for takeaway and cook, but they also have a lot of seafood that you can eat here. They have some tables set outside and also inside, I think. We're gonna find out what they have today.
Oh my gosh, I watch you all the time.
You want me the first time here?
First time here.
Okay, when we do, I'll do the first time special then.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So
First time special?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that
all you
sounds
gotta
good.
do is let me know what kind of rice you like, white or brown.
It's a family-run fish market. They've seen our videos, so they know us. They're really friendly. They are making us the first-timer special, so it's going to include a mix of different things. But you can see over here the cabinet. You can get your fresh fish. There's halibut. There's king salmon. There are prawns and scallops. They also have a whole fresh fish section where you can buy whole fish, where you can buy some shellfish. There's some mussels. Okay, that's okay.
This
for
was
now.
just a sample of what we're gonna do for
okay.
Saturday.
Wow.
This is a grilled miso black cod.
Grilled
Kazuzuke
miso
that they
black cod.
made with onigiri.
Okay, thank you.
That was here, you know. Kind of make things up as we go.
And also seasonally and
Seasonally,
what's
like
fresh,
this
what
is
you get.
fresh, yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna.
So this is the. Did you say it's the black?
A local black cod, but it's a
black
kazu
cod.
miso.
Whoa.
That's a poke sampler.
Shrop.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Wow, thank you.
This is a half brown, half white.
Okay, no, that's perfect. That is perfect.
So this is what is it? Hamachi kama.
Ah.
And this is a smoked salmon bun.
Okay.
We have this local guy named Harold. He makes his own yuzu koshio, umani koshio, like it's a Japanese yuzu spicy paste.
Okay, so I have to just begin with the black cod, and then you can smell that miso aroma, but I mean, you can actually just see the juiciness of that piece of fish on the plate. I mean, it's reflecting off of the light and the juice. Let's just press our chopsticks into it. Look at the juiciness of that. There's like just a pool of juice within those flakes of fish. Oh, wow. Oh, and that just lifts up. I mean, that's like zero effort. That just lifts off the chunk of fish. Look at the juiciness of that. Wow. That fish, it's literally like the texture of a chunk of butter. It's so juicy. You've got that sweet miso coating that's kind of caramelized onto the fish and kind of sticky. Unbelievably juicy and clean and just fall apart tender in your mouth. They were not joking around when they said a sampler's platter. This is an entire trough. It's like a boat full of poke, the variety of different poke. There's some taco, which is the octopus. There's some salmon. Spicy tuna here is calling my name first. Oh yeah, that's awesome. The fish is fresh and just melts in your mouth. Coated in a spicy, mayo-y, creamy kind of sauce. Let me try the salmon next because Seattle is so known for salmon. And this looks, I'm not sure what it's marinated in, but you can see some almost kind of like nutty sesame seeds on there. And I'll put this on top of my furikake rice. Half brown, half white rice. There's furikake, which are the seaweed flakes and sesame seeds all over it. Oh, salmon is fantastic. The natural flavor of that salmon. Kind of a light, I think sesame kind of marinade on it. Oh, here comes some more.
Some Stellar Bay oysters, local Washington with smoked salmon belly. And this is house-made
Awesome.
cocktail sauce.
They're just bringing more and more food. She just brought out some crab legs, Hokkaido oysters, and Kauai shrimp. And spices, like the Cajun spices and the garlic in there. But first, let me try some of these oysters that she just brought out, where they're cold and fresh. Oh, whoa, it just collapsed. Oh, beautiful. And I guess I'll add on a little of that cocktail sauce. Wow, that oyster is incredible. So plump and just explodes with salty juices as you bite down. I think it's a ponzu sauce. And maybe, let me try to loosen it up and see. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yes. That's like a bite full of like creaminess. The oyster just kind of melts. One of the things I was most looking forward to eating at Seattle Fish Guys is their house smoked salmon belly. And salmon is of course very common and very, the quality in this region. They're known for their salmon. This is from this region. It is house smoked. And then with that crinkly skin, the fat mingled into the meat. Wow. Okay. That straight up is salmon ham. It's so perfectly fatty and oily, fish fatty. You can feel the omega-3s just swimming in your mouth. I'm gonna just squeeze on a little bit of lemon, but really it actually doesn't need anything. That is a stunner. That is worth coming here alone. Salmon ham. Okay, next up I'm gonna move into the hamachi collar. Pick this guy up. Wow, the entire collar. Okay, I guess I'll just bite it. That's so juicy and fatty. And the skin is like cracker crunchy.
Right here?
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it?
Just put the other hand right
Yeah,
here.
perfect.
That's all you gotta do.
I did it. Official fishmonger, Seattle Fish Guys.
Very cool.
Yeah. Kelly's
So-
Fish.
With the whole crew from Seattle Fish Guys, this is a local salmon, and it's tagged so that you have all the information. It's sustainably fished. It's a beauty.
It's fresh.
It is a beauty, and it's fresh. And I'm looking
Now
down
you
the
gotta
mouth.
kiss it.
Yep.
Kiss it.
Oh,
Do I kiss at the top or the bottom?
Wherever.
it's not on. Hey.
It's all love.
Okay, we had a little bit of an intermission to hold one of their fresh salmon, locally sourced. Really a beautiful fish, amazing, and all the seafood here is incredible. But even, along with the seafood, the whole family that runs this restaurant, they're so friendly, they're so nice, they're so passionate about the food. Okay, we still have a lot to taste and eat. Okay, I'm moving on to this. I can't remember totally what this is, but oh, I think there is some salmon on the inside of here. A fried dough, kind of gooey, kind of crispy. You can taste the smoked salmon in there. I think I've tried everything except for maybe like a gumbo full of seafood. Look at the massiveness of these scallops. These are like hockey puck sized scallops. And you can see that garlic crust on them and the Cajun spices I think are there. Oh, wow. They're so tender. A little bit of a dry chili kind of flavor to it with that garlic. It's not even a 2-biter of a scallop. That's at least a 3 or 4 biter. Try one of the shrimp next. Re-dip it into that Cajun seasoning there. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man. So firm, sweet, muscular, and with that garlicky Cajun seasoning. It's delicious. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. That was a lot of food. That was a Seattle Fish Guys feast, but they brought us so many things to taste. It was all superb, everything from the poke to the Cajun. I really like that Cajun stew and the, oh, okay, yes, you cannot miss the smoked salmon belly here. It's so unbelievably good. They were so nice, and because they knew our videos, they wouldn't let us pay for the food, but they're just so nice. So I'm not sure exactly how much all that costs, but meals can cost anywhere from around $10 to $20, especially if you get some add-ons, but it's fully worth it for the fresh, sustainable seafood. Oh, that was incredible. Thank you, have a good day. I desperately needed the closest coffee that we could see, which was Starbucks. We stopped in, and because Starbucks is of course from Seattle, it was started in Seattle. That only makes it fitting. Next up on this Seattle food tour, we are driving over to a place, okay, you'll find out, but this place has a lot, it's notorious. Well, it's history. It has a long history. Welcome to Ballard, and I'm not gonna get into all the details about this restaurant, but there is some legendary Caribbean sandwich restaurants. The original one is called Paseo, and they had some kind of dispute. I won't get into all the details, but by the way, you can read all about it on eater.com. Thanks to Eater for all the great information, historical culinary information, so you can read the whole story there. But anyway, that original one was shut down. However, it reopened under a different owner, but the original owners of Paseo, the son of the original owner, he opened up a new shop which is called Un Bien, known for their Cuban sandwiches, but specifically their roast pork sandwich, which is what I'm gonna order.
99, 00, number 1.
Can I please get a number 1 Caribbean roast, please?
1266, my friend.
It's number 6. And he like just powerfully yells out your number.
6.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Have a great one.
Thank you, you too.
I'm certainly gonna try, brother.
So it's pork shoulder within this sandwich, and it actually on the menu, taken directly from the menu, it says pork shoulder, which is roasted till falling into succulent morsels. Oh, what a description. Let's get into this. Let us unravel. Oh yeah, it's pretty decently heavy. You can feel the density of that. Are you ready for the cross section? Let's go slowly. Let's go slowly. Oh, beautiful. Oh, and it's still wrapped within the paper. One side is still a little bit hanging on like a hinge. It has a diaper on it, and I'm not sure what the best strategy here is. If you want to keep that paper on the bottom, I'm gonna undo the hinge. I think what I'd really like to do though is kind of get a look at, undo the wrapper so that we can first examine and see what's all on the inside of this. All right, unwrap it just a little bit, and let's try to just take off the top lid there. All right, lettuce. There are some onions, caramelized onions in here, and then yeah, just that layer of pulled pork, which literally is so fine and so tender, it could almost be canned tuna. And I mean that just strictly from the way it looks from a viewpoint. All right, squish this back on. Wow. It has this little bit of a pickly tartness to it. Then the meat is just like so tender. It's so fall apart in your mouth. At the bottom of the bread, it's almost like the au jus effect, because all of those pork juices have just seeped into the bottom of the bun. Yet at the top of the bread, it's still crunchy and still is completely firm because that lettuce protects it from the pork juices. I didn't realize until that bite that there's jalapenos in there. Oh yeah, there are some jalapenos. Oh, they were just fully hidden behind that, or beneath that blanket of pork when I tried to to pull it apart. There are some jalapenos in them, and there's some kind of a white, maybe like mayonnaise sauce in there. Kind of has a tart flavor to it. Amazingly delicious, so juicy, so tender, so like marvelously blended with the bread and the sauces and the jalapenos and the pork shoulder. It has been an amazing food day in Seattle. Okay, so here's the thing. Maybe I was being a little bit too ambitious, but also maybe the portion sizes have just been extraordinarily huge. Oh, and the Seattle fish guys, that amount of food almost put me out of commission. And so I'm embarrassed to admit that I'm full. This is one of those food tour days where I just have to cancel all further plans. Oh, it has been an amazing day in Seattle. People are friendly. I mean, for another thing is just Seattle is such a beautiful, such a green city. When you're driving around Seattle, it's like a giant park. I'll have all the information in the description box about all the different restaurants, the trio of restaurants that we ate at below. So check that out, and I'll have some details below. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now, and also click that little bell icon. That way you'll get notified of the next video that I publish. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye from Seattle. I'll see you on the next video.